Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Wednesday, March 5th, and welcome to another new episode of Style by Stevie. Our very special guest today is a fresh new face. He is an actor, director, creator, and I'm super excited to have him here in the dollhouse with me. It is extremely hot. We had some rain, we had some thunder. The weather is in one of her moods today. So I'm excited to be back for my amazing interview. This makes 658, y'all. So thank y'all so much for coming in. Did y'all peep today's outfit? Check out the body, honey. Yes, yes. Peep the body. Peep the body. Hi, Nurse Chula. Hi, brother. Shout outs to my brother K Tukes. Shout outs to everybody for coming in. Welcome to the dollhouse. So I had to show some skin today. It is hot outside, y'all. Like, we are officially in spring fashion season, might I say. And I think that this outfit was definitely appropriate attire for today. So I'm going to send this live to our very, very, very special guest, the real S. Jamal, and get him in here. We just chatted a few minutes ago briefly. I'm feeling pretty good today. How are you guys feeling, Fashion Dolls? Give me one sec. Let me go ahead and, yeah, there we go. Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome as you come in. Now, yesterday on the show, we had Adam Treasure, and he was back for his second interview. So we are on the road to 800 shows. So I want to say to each and every one of you, thank you so much for tuning in every single day and just enjoying the content, enjoying everything. Enjoying so much. Love your hair, sis. Thank you, Nurse Truly. You know, I always have to change it up. How was my hair yesterday? It was black. It was black and it had a side part. But today I said, okay, it's time for the center part. It's time for the highlights. And it matches the outfit that I'm wearing today. Make sure you guys go and check out the OOTD, or as Jay Michaels would say, the Uturu. So make sure you guys go and check that out. We're waiting on Jamal so that we can get right into this interview. Let me message him again. In the meantime, between time, joining me tomorrow, we have Lawrence Sturdivant joining me. And then Friday, we have Tamoris Ellis joining me. Next week, we have an all amazing lineup, and that lineup will go up Friday. So make sure you guys are paying attention to who's coming on the show. It's going to be a lot of fresh new faces. And besides, next week, Monday, we have Martin News are joining me, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Great interview, great conversation, as always, with Martin. I think this makes his third appearance here on the show. So make sure you guys are staying focused and head on over and subscribe to Style by Stevie if you have not. So let me go on ahead and make sure that Jamal has the live so that we can get him in here. Let me call him again, because he said he's on the way out. So it would be easy if we do it that way. But in the meantime, also make sure you guys go and head on over and subscribe to my brother K2. Yes, I am on live, and I just sent you the live on IG.
Can you hear me? Hold on.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Come on over to Instagram. I sent you the live via DM. I got to add you.
Okay.
All right, Fashion Dolls, he's on the way. He is on the way. And like I was saying, I need you guys to go and check out my brother K2 Spot. Please go and check out his platform. Support. We are all about supporting black content creators. Like, that is my brother. We just got through texting a few minutes ago. I wasn't able to call him back because I got so wrapped up getting things prepared, and it would look up and it was almost showtime. I had to sweep under my bed. I had to make sure everything was set up. So it was a lot. And then my mother was heading off to her appointment. She's not doing too well. So if you could, keep my mother in your prayers. And I gladly will appreciate that 1,000 times more. So I'm going to make sure that she's all right. All right. But we are waiting on Jamal. What else do I have? Any announcements do I have? Other than it's going to be an amazing week. It's going to be an amazing week. Before Jamal gets here, I want to talk about this state of the address. Did y'all see the shenanigans last night? I just want to know. Give me some silver hearts and some blue hearts in the comments if y'all seen the shenanigans last night. Please let me know. We're waiting on Jamal to get here. Um, what was I saying about the state of delusion? Too raw, too real. Said it very, very best. That was not a state of the address. That was a state of fascism. That's what that was. I'm angry. I'm pissed, and I'm trying to compose myself and keep myself composed because it doesn't make any sense how someone who claims to be the president of the United States, because I don't even consider him as a leader. He is an occupant of the White House, as Roland Martin would say. For this person to be, but I mean, hey, he let you know right up there, right then and up front, what he would be doing. This is, I don't know what phase this is in Project 2025, but he warned you. He told you exactly what he was going to do. Mm-hmm. So we'll touch on that later, the state of delusions. But without further ado, Fashion Dolls, please let's welcome the real S. Jamal to the dollhouse. Did and some of them thought that they were just voting to get the criminals out the country. No, you voted to deport your family out the country. That's crazy.
Hello, going on?
Hello. 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 Welcome. Yes, I can hear you. Welcome to the
How you
dollhouse.
doing?
I'm doing lovely. It's such a pleasure to have you here. So, before we kick off this interview, how has 2025 been for you so far?
And 2025, it been a blessing. I have so many opportunities working with so many talented people, so many great things.
Yes.
I've been working on films. I've been working on music. I've been on sets. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Now I'm gonna go down your titles here. You are an actor, filmmaker, and
yeah,
artist. So it's important right now, and I wanted to get your opinion on this for both of us as Black content creators. Before you came in, that's something that I was stressing. I was shouting at my brother K Tukes, who is, make sure you guys go and check out his platform. I'm gonna keep shouting him out. That is my brother K Tukes Spot. Make sure you guys please go and check him out. Support Black content creators more than ever. With you being a Black filmmaker, an artist, and also an actor, how important is it in this climate right now that we continue to support Black arts? Especially with we're seeing, and I'm pretty sure you're seeing it as well too, with the rollbacks of so many things that can impact us as Black people.
yeah. I think it's very important. I was watching this one movie. I forgot the name of it. They was like, "Look at you. You got to be like they were saying like how jealous they is of us, like for no reason and stuff like that. Because like to see a black man make it and be successful in something, and I'm still making, I'm still trying, They like the white people, they just want to see us down. They
Everything you
just
just said, everything you just said. So I'm gonna elaborate on what Jamal just said as well too, because we are the culture, we are the
yeah,
innovators, and I give you an example. Kim Kardashian, and this is coming from me in the beauty and the fashion world. Cornrows. That's something that's Black culture. It goes all the way back to Africa, where they would braid rice in the hair so that they could plant the seeds and grow their harvest. So it's all of these things that have been contributed to Black culture that they now have attached themselves to and have making and have made making made millions and billions of dollars off of the profit of Black labor. They have benefited off of that. They have benefited off of the plight of our work. So when they say DEI, Pete Hegseth and the rest of them, we know what you're wanting to say. You just don't want to say it because you know we will pop you dead in your you know what if you say it. So these rollbacks, especially at historical colleges and Black universities, it's important that we continue to support Black owned businesses and filmmakers more than ever. And I'm glad to have you here because I see what you're doing. I see your creativity, just some of it, but a lot of people want to know more. Who is Jamal? You are a filmmaker, you are an actor, you are a director, and it is important that we support up and coming Black filmmakers and directors. There's so many out here. And I've sat with some big names on this platform, yes, but I want to make sure that I'm not leaving anybody behind that is black, that is right behind me coming out of that door. Because as much as they're trying to erase our history, as much as they try to erase our existence and the culture, you can't erase black people, period. And that is important that the other kind, especially they're in power right now, realize that. And until they realize that, we'll be in a better place. So I had to get on that. But for you, Jamal, because you said black men, what is some advice that you would give to black men that are looking to get their feet in the door as far as filmmaking, as far as music, as far as creating? What are some gems that you would give them? Uh-oh, something happened? Okay, let me add you back. I think it might have dropped you, Jamal. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Let me add him back. There we are. And you're back. It's okay. Yeah, I was saying, what are some gems that you would give to other black men who are looking to get their feet in the world of filmmaking, music, and directing?
Well, I'll say first, man, do a lot of research first, and don't be afraid or scared to get out your comfort zone. Make sure you're around like-minded individuals that want to do something. Like,
Absolutely.
and like, don't think that you can't do it. Like, you start on the phone. Like, you can start on the phone. Start small and then build your way on top of it. Get a regular job and
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing I wanted to ask you. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And it's important that you plan ahead, that you strategize, that you continue to, like you said, form community. As I have, uh-oh, it keeps dropping Jamal. Let me add him back. Let me add him back. I don't know what's going on. We got a real bad storm down here in South Carolina. There we are, and you're back. Yeah, you were saying about I was saying about the importance of forming community and working together, especially in this time, in this day and age, that we surround ourselves with like-minded people who also do the same
yeah, you have
thing. And there are so many black content creator groups out here. And also make sure that you are supporting black platforms, black social media spaces and platforms. And make sure that you are investing as well too, because when you invest, you also get your return of the investment as well too, and it helps your business. So it's important that you do that. And my next question for you is, speaking of investments, who's been the most influential person in your life as far as creating, as far as filmmaking? Who's been the most influential person in your life?
man. Well, it's a director. I watched his film. I met him like one time, and I was on one of his.
Absolutely. Oh, yes. Please definitely plug it in. Plug it in. So make sure you guys go and support. And it's important that we continue to shout each other. Oh man, it keeps kicking Jamal. Jamal, try to transfer where you're at, move to a different location, and hopefully that will help because it is kind of a lag. Let me add him back. I see you all. Welcome as you are coming in, Fashion Dolls. Yes, it did. And we're back. We're
Again,
back. You were saying about the filmmaker, the most influential person in your life.
yeah, Jannard Hart. You can find his films, Harper Films.
And it's important that we continue to shout each other out, each other's businesses, each other's brands, because they're not going to do it. The ones that are in power. And another thing as well, too, speaking of black filmmakers, and I'm pretty sure all of you guys have seen it, Paramount has rolled back on their diversity, equity, and inclusion uh, policies. Hmm? So Paramount, for those of you who don't know, Paramount, Viacom owns MTV, BET. They're VH1. They're all under that umbrella of Viacom or Paramount. They're all up under there. Multi big, multi-million dollar corporations, multi-million and billion dollar corporations that are predominantly
Yeah.
they're rolling back on their policies and bending the knee to this administration, just as their will, to try to erase our existence as it pertains to us being in journalism, as it pertains to us being filmmakers and directors. And I'm going to quote Shirley Chisholm. She has a quote that says this: they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. It is important that we continue to build our own opportunities. And see, I started this with just no penny, nothing. I just randomly was sitting in my room brainstorming one day and I said, I got to do something. So why not come up with something? And before it was called Weekdays Topics, but I said, no, no, no. It's got to have a name. And it's important that we continue to start somewhere, build your brand, build your name. At first, it was going to be Weekdays Topics, and we started at 11 o'clock, not 4. And I was just starting right at the high school. And then I was sitting in my room just brainstorming. I said, boom, Style by Stevie. Because I love fashion. I love entertainment. I love beauty. So it's important that you continue to build yourself, your brand up. And me and my mom, we got it trademarked. I remember writing in to get the thing trademarked. So Style by Stevie is mine. And if you see it somewhere else, that's not me. That's somebody else. But mine's is mine's. Hi, Sharon. Welcome, welcome. We are talking about supporting Black owned businesses and filmmakers here with the real S. Jamal, who is an actor, director, and creator. And
Oh,
it's important
I,
that we go out here.
I'm my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. So how you pronounce it is the real Jamal. Yeah.
The
You,
real Jamal.
yeah.
I was
Say that.
saying the real S. I'm sorry, baby. We got
You
you.
good.
But in this climate right now, and I know everybody's like, what are the answers? What are the solutions? The solutions we're seeing right now
Yeah.
with the economic boycott. We're do y'all see the impact? Because black people, we spend money too. Don't y'all ever forget it. We spend money too. Do y'all see how much Target lost? I can't remember the exact amount, but do y'all see how much Target lost? And that's just from the strength of us standing together in unity and saying we will not shop there. So I kept my end of the bargain. My mother, however, she failed the assignment. So she didn't really know. She's not really engaged like I am to what's going on. So I did very well. I did not go shopping on the 28th. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us hold your black dollars, preserve your black dollars, invest in your black business. Because what you're going to see right now with this tariffs is going to impact a lot of things that come into this country, from aluminum to copper to vegetables, fruit. All of these things that come into this country is going to impact the 25% to 50% tariffs. So it's important that we as black filmmakers, creators, we invest and we save and we preserve our dollars. Now, the real's Jamal here as a filmmaker and director. What tips would you give to people on starting getting into filmmaker. Like it goes back to what you just said, where a lot of people are doing things on their phone
Yeah.
instantly from their phone. They're recording films on their phone. So what are some tips that you would give them that can help them save money and invest into their business as well too, as it involves filmmaking?
Okay. Mm. So you talking about like starting small first?
Yes, that
Yeah.
definitely start small, because you're not when you go in. A lot of people want the, how can I say it? They want the Ryan Coogler effect. They want
Yeah.
the Steven Spielberg effect. They want the Spike Lee effect. Whereas this big multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
picture, I mean, Creed made a lot of money alone. Black Panther made a lot of money alone and sold out in box office. And it's important that we continue to save and invest into our business. So, starting off small, what are some tips
Yeah.
that you would
Okay.
give to
So
up and coming filmmakers starting off small?
yeah. So starting small, you can use phone, of course, but make sure you have like a couple of friends or family members around with
Yeah.
you. You can get a small light or a ring light, something like that. You don't have to have nothing fancy. You can start on an Android, iPhone. I started on I don't know what type of phone, but it was an Android. I started on that. I was just with my brothers and sisters. We shooting like little skits, and like at this time, I was using like apps and stuff like that. They had like green screen built into it because they had apps like that. So like, yeah, I would take like probably like a jail prison thing and then download it and put that on the app and then key that out basically. And then that's the back screen, like as a jail scene or something like that. Yeah. So you can, and I was doing this in middle school. I was like 13, 12 years old. I was doing stuff like that in middle school.
And see, I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of people that start off in the film business very young, just right there from the gift of their own. They didn't go to film school or anything, they just
Yeah.
trained themselves. And that is a start as well, too. You have to start somewhere. And I'll give you an example. If you want to start a business, you have to have a side hustle. And I remember Richard Johnson, Richard St. John, came here on my show, and we were talking about starting off in a business, purchasing black books, black by black authors, and things like that and such. And you have to have a side hustle. He was just like, yeah, I do acting, but I also have a side hustle as well too. So yes, you're not going to get the rich and everything the first day on your job, but you have to have a side hustle, and it's important that you have that side hustle and a backup plan just in case anything happens. Let me go through some of the comments here. Let me read Sharon's comment. Yes, I hate when people say, "Oh well, I don't support black businesses because they cost more." Instead of wondering why cost more, often be called why they could often be called, they don't have access to the resources that the other, oh, I know exactly what you mean, the resources that they have, because they grew up wealthy, they grew up privileged. And it's a comedian by the name of Dulce Sloan. And she was saying how white men, predominantly white men, white males, white people in general, have always inherited and benefit more than we've had. And we are the most marginalized. So we're not going to see the benefits that they would see. We're not. I'm not going to see the benefits of a Drew Barrymore. Even though I'm not on international television, yes, I've sat with a lot of people and I'm getting my notoriety slowly but surely, but not on that level as a Drew Barrymore or Kelly Clarkson. But because I'm a black woman, I'm going to get the same treatment as a Tamron or Jennifer Hudson or Sherry Shepard, but they're on a whole nother level. But we're not going to reap those benefits that the white people would see. As an actress, I support black filmmakers 100%, and that's what we are talking about, is supporting black-owned businesses. And I think Roland Martin said it best, that we invest. We invest. We start our own film schools. Like, I know Juilliard is an amazing school. A lot of black actors came from there. I think Danielle Brooks, The Color Purple, she came from there, and a few others, Viola Davis and a few others, Angela Bassett, all of them, they went to these prestigious schools. And I think that it is about time that we start building and investing our own acting schools. And I think Debbie Allen is doing something like that with her dance troupe, her team as well too. It's like I told someone before, people act like if you get ice from a white person store versus the black person store is colder, the ice is ice. Exactly. I don't care about the price. If it's a black owned business, I'm going to support it. Don't get me wrong. Yes, as far as being in the beauty and the fashion industry, beauty wise, yeah, I go to Maybelline and all these other brands that are not black owned. But, however, I still make sure that if somebody's wanting me to wear a product on my face, because my face is the product, and I work in the world of fashion, people tune in to see, okay, what's her face going to look like today? It's about beauty, it's about the aesthetic. Oh no, it kicked the reels Jamal out again. It keeps dropping him. So I'm not sure what is going on, but I'm gonna add him back. But I was saying that it's important that I also squeeze in supporting black owned businesses as well too. So that is very key and crucial. All right. But the next question I wanted to ask you also is, what is the best decision that you've ever made in your life and in your career?
Hmm. Yeah, I say
I said,
go for the opportunity.
Uh oh. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just go. I'm not finna listen to what nobody else saying. They saying, "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." Yeah, my best decision is not listening to anybody else because they don't see the vision.
Exactly, and only you do. And it's important that I understand I'm an actress, and of three films, they are my favorite. They have been in, and they were directed by black filmmakers. Absolutely, these people are not going to give you. They've shown you clearly who they are. They're not going to give you the opportunity that you wouldn't give yourself. So it's important that we go and start our own opportunities and our own ventures. And I keep quoting Shirley Chisholm: if they don't give you a seat at that table, you bring a folding chair to that table and you make your presence known. When you go into any business proposition, you don't take no for an answer. And my theory is no means on spelled backwards. So when somebody challenges me, I'm a Scorpio. I'm challenging too. I'm gonna make you run in circles. And my mother, she's a Libra. So I get that passion, that fiery, that feistiness from her as it pertains to going for my career and dreams and passions. I get that from her. And that's the same mentality that we all have to have. Never let them silence your voice, especially if you are a black filmmaker. We have so many stories that need to be told. And nobody can tell our stories better than us because we know what we've been through. 400 years of it, to be exact.
Yep.
So, as Kendrick would say, I believe that we are due way more than just 40 acres and a mule, to quote Kendrick. And also, I'm going to quote Anjanou Ellis as well too. She said, "We talk about getting a seat at the table," and she said this just recently at one of the award shows. She said, "We want the land, we want all of that. Black people, we are due so much more in this country. Pay us for our culture. If you want to benefit off of our culture, pay us for it. But we know y'all are not going to." Y'all are not going to do that. And as Raquel said, keep going and don't give up. Absolutely. You're going to have obstacles. All of us being black people in the industry, in the business. If you're an up and coming actress, if you are a filmmaker, if you are an artist, you're going to have obstacles. But the key trick is to not let them silence your voice or take your voice from you, or basically tell you, hey, you're not what we're looking for. They don't want to give you an opportunity. You go and you build your own opportunity. And that's what I did with my platform here. Because I had a lot to say. I was very opinionated on things, pop culture, so many different things. And I said, why not just do something where you're talking with the audience as if you're sitting down and having a conversation with them in their homes, or having dinner with them, or they're having dinner with you, make it intimate. And my interviews have been very intimate because I make it personable and relatable to people, because these are things that we all want to work on as Black people, which is expanding our business. And we've been due wealth long,
Yeah.
and I mean a long time before. We've been due so much more because we are the culture makers. We are the innovators, and they benefit off of that. So when we go to these award shows, yes, the Oscars is beautiful. Yes, it's nice. But if you I already know what comes with when going to these prestigious events. I mean, yeah, they'll recognize one Black actor, one Black costume designer, but it's always the white ones that get it. And this is what Jada Pinkett Smith was saying about, and Spike Lee, all of them, they were saying boycott the Oscars. Oscars are white, because it is. Now, you'd be better off getting a Tony. Now, the Grammys, y'all understood the assignment this year because you highlighted Black artists, from Doechii to my girl Beyonce. You know I'm a big fan. I wish I could get some tickets. Them tickets like 2,000, Jamal. I'm like, no, and especially for the
Can't
nosebleeds. Like, I
do
get
it.
it's Queen B. I would sell an arm and a leg to get those tickets. I love Beyonce, but I love how they highlighted Black artists this year in February, Black History Month. And Beyonce is I think one of the fourth Black women to receive Album of the Year. It was Whitney Houston, Natalie Cole, and Lauryn
And
Hill. So
when was that?
Beyonce was the fourth. And then, yeah, it was Natalie Cole, Beyonce, Natalie Cole, Whitney Houston, and Lauryn Hill. And Beyonce makes the fourth Black woman to receive Album of the Year. And this is for forever. And this never happened for a Black woman to win for country music Album of the Year.
That's good.
So it's just like y'all are now just highlighting
Yeah.
our talent, showcasing our talent. And we have to submit our work to these prestigious events. So I'm thankful for the NAACP Image Awards. I'm thankful for the BET Awards. I'm thankful for these shows that highlight Black people and our greatness, our excellence. I mean, the Grammys and the Oscars is nice too, but let's be real. And Jamal, I want to know your thoughts on that. What do you think about these prestigious shows and, uh, you awarding us on our talent?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I definitely think we should have our own because I haven't watched none of that stuff in a while because like at a young age like since like a kid I was like nah something ain't right like I could tell like these artists they're not getting what they deserve and I'm like because I listen to a lot of older music too so like Beyonce and I know they've been doing this for like centuries they've been doing this for years and they just getting awards for type of stuff so I've been knew something wasn't right. So I've been saying like, man, we need to have our own awards. Like BET, that's owned by that's supposed to be for Black people, right? But that's owned by white people.
You got it, because the first guy was Bob Johnson. Bob Johnson, a Black man. This was his network. And by the way, he's a conservative. He's a Republican, so you can stay right over there with them. But then I can't remember the other woman's name. Catherine, I think it's Catherine Lee or Kathy Lee. One of not Kathy Lee. I'm thinking about Kathy Hughes. That's TV1. But I cannot. Deborah Lee. My bad. That's her name. Deborah Lee. Deborah Lee, the woman, took over. Stephen Hill, all of these shows that we used to see on BET back in the day is a completely dynamic from now. We used to watch the music videos, countdowns, 106 in Park every day when we would come home from school. I think it was started like what, 4, 5, 6 around that time. It'd be in that time slot. And we would watch the countdowns. So Black people, our viewership, our eyes, because it was Black owned by Deborah Lee and Bob Johnson and Stephen Hill, who is married to the beautiful Shantae Moore. So I say we start investing into Black Star Network, which is owned by Roland Martin. We got Fanbase, Isaac Hayes III, which is like Instagram. But what I don't like about Fanbase is if I was to start doing interviews over there, how we're through with our interview, me and Jamal, I would be able to put up I wouldn't be able to put up the cover work. So I like IG for that, but I also like fan base as well too because it's black owned. And I'm seeing so many black content creators shift over there because we're seeing Meta and all of these companies bend the knee to this administration. And that is one thing you can't do is sell out your consumers who invest into your product. Like we fan base the same way you can create a subscription here, you can have people subscribe to you on the gram here, you can have people subscribe to you on fan base as well too, and you can get paid for that. Mhm. So you're getting a return in your investment, and it's important that we continue to point that out and invest into that also. All right. Uh-oh, it's buffering. I think we're about to, I hope we don't lose Jamal. I pray we don't. I pray we don't. Yep, I had a feeling that was happening. I don't know why it keeps dropping him. But I'm gonna wait. Hopefully he'll come back. I don't know what happened. Either his phone might have overheated because that happens sometimes too. But I want you guys to also be critical and be mindful as well where you are spending. And I'm seeing a lot of people be more critical of where they're shopping at, the places that they're shopping at, and all of these things. But to go back to Jamal's point, it is highly critical as well too that we preserve, that we save our money and don't spend with Target, don't spend with Walmart. Y'all, like I said, my mom didn't understand. It was pretty funny though. So, but yeah, she didn't know. But make sure that you're investing. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? I might go on ahead and wrap. I don't know what happened with Jamal, but I'm going to wrap if that is if we can't get him back on. Um, And yeah, I'm going to upload to the YouTube channel so you guys will be able to go and check out from beginning to end. It kept dropping him. So I don't know, probably where he was at. Or yeah, you make sure that you're someplace stable. But if we don't have any more questions, I am going to conclude with the final thought of the day, Fashion Dolls. It is Women's History Month. And all month long, I'm going to be highlighting incredible women such as myself. You guys know that I'm on the list of the most inspirational women, and that pin is tagged here on the gram. But today's final thought comes from one of my favorite first ladies, and that's Eleanor Roosevelt. And she says, you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. And you must do the thing which you can think you cannot do. And I want you all to remember that. Make the impossible. Okay, I was about to rap. Jamal. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I was about to rap. I thought we lost you or your phone overheated or died, but welcome back. I was about to rap. Hmm. I don't know what's going on. I just sent him a request. Give me one sec. Let me try now and see if it'll work. There we are.
Oh,
And we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
oh,
Yes, yes, yes. What were we talking about? We were talking about investing into your own fan base. I was telling you guys about fan base. How you can subscribe here on IG where you have people subscribe to your channels. On fan base, you can have people subscribe to you over there and you get paid for it. How you get paid here on the gram from doing Instacart or whatever, you can get paid from that. So it's important that we invest into these platforms that help us get paid for our content as well too,
yeah.
regardless of what it is. And of course, there's YouTube. YouTube is a great outlet. Um, my brother K Tukes tells me, go ahead and upload your interviews, sis. Make sure that you do your cover work. And he's giving me pointers and tips. So as a creative standpoint for you, Jamal, what are some tips that you would give to as a creator, as a writer, as a visionary? What are some tips that you would give to people as it may pertains to making content.
That's something I need to get better at doing. Like when it comes to social media,
Yeah.
because I don't post much on here, but from on my film page, I post like you know what I'm saying. I post like little clips and like photos that are taken from projects that I'm working on or something that I'm finishing. So man, I that's something that I need to work on, like with content, because I don't post on like TikTok or nothing like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and people make money off of TikTok. So it's important that even though these platforms are not out black owned,
Yeah,
except for fan base, as I've mentioned, uh, get your money. Get your money off of these platforms. Make sure that they are seeing that they are paying you what you're worth for your content. They'll try to, suppress your content, especially if you're black. They've been doing it to black content creators for years. So
yeah,
even me, I would, because I post a lot of political content. I'm always socially aware and engaged, especially in this climate. We as black people, we all need to be aware to what's going on and how this is impacting us. But I noticed that they suppress black content creators. That is a thing they do.
yeah.
So
It's
if
true.
you're black and you're speaking out on things that you see that are wrong with this administration, they'll suppress your content or it'll go to the back or they'll say, let's add context to that. No, there is no context. We know that this man is a pathological liar and we're going to continue to call it out as black people. We know the truth. We know what happened January 6th. We know all of these things. So they'll try to suppress your content no matter what it is. It could be a film, whatever. Um, a good friend of mine, she posted something, and I think it was a documentary. They suppressed her content. So it's important that we continue to keep our black voices amplified as filmmakers, as directors, as
Yes,
artists. Never let them silence you.
I
So
know that
get
to
your
be
money from
true.
YouTube. Yes.
Because when I
Yes,
was
yes, yes.
posting, I started posting on here like last year. That's when I started posting a lot about music, films, everything. And then like these big artists and stuff, they say they like my content and everything, but they say like something's going on, like something weird happening. Cause like it's always like big artists that reach out to me, like G Herbo, like big artists, Sauce Walker, and many more. But one artist had texted me, he DM'd me, he was like, your content might be shadow banned, like for
Bingo.
some reason. And
They
I'm
do
like,
it to black
not making
content
sense.
creators. They do it to us. And we are the ones that are impacted by it. Make them know your voice. Make them know that you're there. And as much as you try to shadow ban, erase, we're going to amplify our voices even more. So use those tools, use those resources. I have fan base, I have Instagram, I have YouTube, and of course, FB. Make sure that you use these platforms. TikTok is a great one as well, too. Because how I knew about them suppressing black content creators was through TikTok. My girl, and I love her. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to her, Politics by Tabitha. She said that they suppress black content creators. And then my other girlfriend, Hope Giselle, said it as well too. So it's important that we continue to make sure that our voices are heard out here. And black filmmakers, everything. So you said it was G Herbo or one of them that messaged you
Yeah.
and said that to you. They're not lying. They shadow ban
Well,
black
he didn't
artists.
send
They
me
suppress our
that.
voices.
It was another artist. I forgot his name, but
Okay.
G Herbo was like one of the big artists who reached out to do music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's from the strength of your work. That's from the strength of your work. Your stories, if they try to do it, post to your stories. But even with that, be careful as well too, because they'll take. I've noticed that some of my posts, my political posts, which is telling the truth, letting you know, hey, this is coming, these tariffs, all of this. I notice I go back and I check my stories on FB. They're not there. So yes, there is some suppression going on. I'm like, why isn't this showing up? Because if you post something in your stories here on the gram, it is supposed to show up in your stories on FB, the same exact thing. And I'm just like, why is this not showing up? So make it show up, make them know it. And TikTok is a great resource, and also YouTube as well too. So take advantage of those outlets. Use them. Make sure your voice is heard. My next question for you is, what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of success? Because we always say we want to be successful. as Black people. We need to be on the top
Yeah.
because we are the most marginalized. So for you, what's the first thing you think of when you think of
Okay.
success?
The first thing I think about of success is having the, well, it's two different kinds. One is like financial freedom when you make
Oh yeah.
enough money to do what you want.
Uh-oh. I think we lost Jamal again. Give it a minute, fashion dolls. Give it a minute. Give it a moment. It's doing it again. Don't don't give up. Keep on keeping on. The culture vultures. Don't even get me started with them. Absolutely, Sharon. And I see you, Chrissy. Chrissy is still here. I don't know where brother is, K2s. Make sure you guys head on over and subscribe if you have not. So I'm gonna wait a little bit for Jamal to come back, and hopefully we can continue on and then wrap Fashion Dolls. So again, make sure that you're investing. Take these pointers that will help as well too. So let me see. Let me see if he's back. No, not yet. I think it keeps dropping him. I'm not sure what's going on. Why it keeps dropping him. But tomorrow we have Lawrence Sturdivant Jr. coming to the dollhouse. So make sure you guys stay in tune in my stories. Make sure you're viewing the stories. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Style by Stevie Daytime on YouTube if you have not. And check out some of the past interviews. This one makes 658 interviews, 658. So thank you all so much for tuning in every single day and subscribing, and also click that community tab as well too. I post some information there for you. Women's History Month, Black History Month, a lot of things that can keep you informed and what's coming. And also for your political news, make sure you're following me as well too. I'm going to give you every update every single hour, what's going on, what this administration is doing. We have to stay engaged. So, but also protect your intake, what you intake. So small doses, because it's a lot. It's overwhelming. It's like information overload. But make sure that you're being vigilant to everything. All right. So while I'm waiting on Jamal, uh, uh, like I was saying, it is important that we continue to invest into ourselves, make sure that we continue to invest into our communities and work within our community. So that's what we're going to do. Look out for one another as well too, and look out for your neighbor. Let me see if he's back so that we can continue. No, not yet. Not quite. I don't know what's going on, why it keeps kicking him out of the live or dropping him. But and I pray we don't have this issue tomorrow. So um while I'm waiting, it is 4:51, 4:51 minutes after the hour, and I am going to go ahead and try to wrap. If we don't get Jamal back, the final thought, which I said, which comes from Eleanor Roosevelt, make sure you guys think, strategize, write things down, plan them out ahead. In order to start a business, in order to be successful, make sure that you keep your notes, your tabs. These are things that can be beneficial to help you as well as your business. And I want you all to have successful businesses and grow at the end of the day. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to wrap. I'm not sure what is going on with Jamal's live. It keeps booting him, it keeps kicking him out, throwing him out. So, I'm going to wrap Fashion Dolls, and I'll have Jamal's information tagged in the live. So, make sure you guys head on over, subscribe, and support every single thing that he is doing. All right. I love you all, Fashion Dolls. Y'all take care, and y'all have a fabulous Wednesday. And I will see you guys tomorrow.